Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily with me, John Jordan. So in this video, I'm going to be going into a bit more detail about the Sandbox and its token sale on Binance. So I've already done a video about the news, but this is pretty interesting if you're going to get the detail of how the project and how the allocation kind of works. So I won't really talk about this kind of stuff. This is just giving us an overview of the Sandbox, which I guess if you've watched any other videos, you should know that it is a version of Minecraft or Roblox, but on the Ethereum blockchain. So the assets in there can be traded, can be bought and sold. People can make these assets, put them in the marketplace. All the good things we expect from the blockchain. So it's interesting here that they kind of talk a bit about the land pre-sales. The Sandbox has already done, it's on its fourth land pre-sale now, so over $1 million of land, which is the permanent NFT where you build your sandboxes. It's interesting here where it says the overall value of the Sandbox metaverse is planned to reach over $20 million. Now, that seems like a little bit random. I mean, obviously, you know, to some degree, they're trying to put some sort of figures around what's going on here. So the Sandbox is looking to sell $3 million of its Sand token, which I think will be massively oversubscribed. I can't see how this wouldn't sell out. And Binance kind of knows this because they're using their lottery system. So you can only you have to own the BNB token, the Binance token. The more tokens you have, the more lottery tickets you can enter, and every lottery ticket is basically you put in how much you kind of want to buy. But presumably, if there's lots of lottery tickets, you know, you may not get any of your lottery tickets through. You may get more than one. So it's a kind of randomization on this. So it's, obviously there's a point at which Binance and the Sandbox, I guess, are saying you want to buy this token because it's going to be really valuable in future. I mean, that's the kind of point of all investment, and certainly in the crypto space. But it is kind of slightly interesting, this $20 million thing. I'm not quite sure where it comes from. Obviously, you've got $1 million worth of land sales already. And then you've got the tokens, and they're selling, as we'll see in a minute, 12% at $3 million valuation. That's kind of already obviously just over 20 million. But anyway, I just kind of note that there. Other thing here, so governance is a big thing at the moment in tokens. So they're saying the sand holders will be able to participate in governance decisions of the platform via a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. I mean, like anyone who's investing with Binance really cares about this. But anyway, they put it in there. There is a foundation. So the foundation, like you have with lots of blockchain projects, is just a way of kind of funding future development. So they have already funded apparently 15 game projects within Sandbox, which is not live yet, I should point out, and granted 100 artists to produce NFTs for the public launch in December. So this is the first time I've seen a date when the Sandbox will actually launch. So obviously they're promising this to the people who may invest their money, saying December 2020. Okay, so let's now go in and have a look at some of these really detailed numbers. Okay, so we see here $3 million is the Launchpad hard cap. So that's how much they are, how much in dollars they can sell. Total token supply. This is how much sand there will ever be. So like there's famously 21 million Bitcoins, there will only be, what we got here, 3 billion sand tokens. So this is interesting. So initial circulating supply. So this is saying basically when Binance releases, when you buy the sand token through Binance, how much of this 3 billion will be circulating, and it's just under 24%. And the sale token price. So this is what you are, if you're buying through Binance, the price per sand token is 0.008333. And obviously, not obviously, I should say, but because people are buying this in the Binance coin, they're going to have to sort out that price when actually the 7 days, 15 hours, 39 minutes, 3 seconds. So the Launchpad allocation is 360 million sand tokens, 12% of total supply. So we can see here that about 14%, but another 12% will be available through other means. We can look at that. So this is the total winning lottery tickets. So 15,000 winning lottery tickets. You can the lottery tickets that you can basically you get I think up to 25 lottery tickets each, depending on how much Binance coin you've got in your account. So presumably there's an infinite number of lottery tickets that could be entered. So that kind of deals with the allocation. Okay, so this is interesting. So the allocation per winning ticket is $200. So you get 24,000 sand per winning ticket. So you can't just make up how much you want to buy. Basically, each ticket is fixed to that, and that's why they've worked out this hard cap. Once you buy the tickets, there is no vesting period. Vesting period means that you have to wait to sell your tokens. In this case, no lockup. As soon as you get the tokens into your Binance account, you can sell it. Obviously, you can sell it on Binance. You can go and stick it in a Uniswap liquidity pool on Ethereum. You can do what you like with them. So we have obviously this is just going through the maths. So this is different. So right, the token price for the public sale is this. This is what the token price was for the seed sale. So there have already been two different sales before this public one. So as we can see here, this is 0.0036 USD compared to kind of 83. So if you just say kind of is that 80 or whatever, kind of 36 is that thousandth 36 10,000 versus 83 10,000. Anyway, you can see here that these people got it much cheaper, 3 times cheaper. But the seed allocation was 17%. This has a vesting period, so 12-month you can't do anything for, and then you can unlock 20% of your if you were in this seed allocation. So 20% of this seed allocation it becomes available every 6 months. And then there was a strategic sale token price, which was 0.005, so actually more expensive than the seed sale price. This is just 4% of the total supply. Again, there is a vesting period, which is exactly the same. And this is saying if you buy your sand through Binance within 15 days, you'll get your tokens. So we can see here the token allocation. So as well as these things we've mentioned, Launchpad 12%, seed sale 17%, strategic sale 4%. The foundation has 12%. So this is the people this is the money to run the sandbox. The development team has 19%. So they're a development team called Pixel, who were bought by Animoca Brands. We don't quite know what the allocation is between that team, but we can see that's going to be valued at over $3 million, obviously, because the 12% is valued at $3 million, at least at the moment. Advisors, no idea who they are, 10%. It's quite a big chunk, really. And then company reserve, again, not really quite clear what the difference between the company reserve and the foundation is. But that's actually the biggest. So that's actually almost 26%. So now let's see here. This is kind of nice. I like this interactive graph. So we have here, you can click these off and on. So we have nothing, and then we have the Launchpad. So this is the Binance sale. So this is 12%, and it's going to be immediately vest. So as soon as that 12% goes into people's wallets, this is available, and this is circulating. The seed sale, so that was 17%. That's not going to be available until we get into 2020. So this is March, April, May, June, something like that, and it's 20% every 6 months. So although it's quite a big chunk, it's not going to fully vest until 2023. Strategic sale, only 4%. Again, that's similar. That's not going to be vesting until 2021. The foundation. So this is the interesting bit. So when we come back up here, and it said the initial circulating supply is going to be 23.5%. That appears to be that's going to be the Binance, the public sale through Binance, and then the foundation. So the foundation it looks like it's on a preset sale mechanic. So it's not like they're going to sell it kind of whenever. They're gonna be I should say. I mean, dumping sounds a bit wrong. They're going to be selling as soon as this token becomes public. So I think that's where we're getting this initial circulating supply of 23.5%. It doesn't actually show it here. It still shows it's under 20%, but I wonder if this is actually what they mean. They still have this almost like they have a vesting period here, but they're gonna be putting out it looks like about 6-7% straight away. Again, so the team are again on a vesting period. So again, nothing until 2021, and really they don't set out till 2024, so a bit longer than that. Advisors, again, they can't sell till 2021, so they're not coming on board. Then we have this company reserve. So this is the other bit. So it looks like the company reserve and the foundation are going to be who have quite big allocations. They're going to be selling immediately. So this is where we get this actually. Yeah, you can see this is where we get the 23%. So we're going to have 23% at launch, but then we don't get anything for 6 months. So that's actually a year, isn't it? It's actually a year. So it's they're going to be selling there for 23%, and then that 23% is going to remain fixed, and then we're going to then they're going to be selling more off, and then obviously over time we start to get everyone else kind of kicks in, and eventually we get up to 100%, and all the tokens are circulating. So why is this important? Well, I'm certainly not buying through the Binance Launchpad because I don't have a Binance account, and I have no interest in buying a Binance account. But what is interesting is obviously what you'll have here at the beginning is a lot of speculation, particularly the game's launching in December. So you have all this supply kind of in the market. And it'll be interesting to see how the price goes, because this price here, and I'm sure they've thought about why and how is that price. Clearly, to some degree, it's anchored on these previous prices that they've sold at. They're not going to sell it for less than they've sold it at here, because these people came in early and gave them money, so they're going to get a discount on what the kind of the public supply is. I imagine what we're going to see is, as soon as this goes live, a lot of hype about it, the price of sand is going to go up, because that's just what we see. Particularly when even if you are on Binance, you can't guarantee how much you're going to get, because they got this lottery system. So I think for the first kind of few months, we're going to see. It'll be interesting to see how high it goes, obviously. And it's obviously something that the team don't really have a lot of control over. It's pure speculation at that point. And I guess what we kind of see is we have a kind of an interesting kind of window of opportunity where the product's going to go live in December. Going to be a lot of hype up to that, probably driving the price up. Obviously, it'll go up and down, be pretty volatile. And then when the thing launches, we'll see whether it's going to like take off or whether it's a slow burn. But then we have a year really before there's any more supply being dumped into the system. So it's actually not a bad thing to think about. And I think it is interesting because we get to see whether this mechanic of pricing works. There's lots of different ways of pricing tokens. Obviously, at the beginning, you have no idea. You just have these slightly random views that the Sandbox metaverse is planning to reach over $20 million in value, which is kind of meaningless. So it's not even sales, that's value. And obviously, we have NFTs in there as well. So it's not just this token price. And it's not very clear as a governance token. It's more than a governance token because you can use it to buy things. It comes with core game uses, staking utilities, and a reward system, as well as governance. So, but it's not very clear that it's it's not like a DeFi token that generates kind of passive revenue or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see how the speculation works around here. But at least there is a year before the whenever you expect the circulation, the circulating supply to go up to between 23% to almost 40%. Then obviously you've got a lot more circulation supply there. That presumably will drive down price, unless the game at this point is already a phenomenon. So interesting to see. Obviously no investment advice here at all, but I think it's interesting to get some of these numbers and actually kind of think about kind of what's going on here. Because there in some ways, I think we're moving away from a centralized approach to pricing these things. There are some interesting options now you can do with the DeFi kind of automated kind of token exchanges, where people kind of set their own, people can kind of set the value themselves, and there's pros and cons to each way of doing it, I suppose. But it's interesting to see the way the trend happens. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World, where we spend our time thinking about blockchain games and how they're going to change the gaming ecosystem, should say. So hope you find it interesting. Please do subscribe. But thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you again soon.